Hey guys, Derek here with the Scrub Effect. I'm here with our special guest for this episode.
I'm also here for some reason.
Yeah, so we're gonna bring Mike in on an awkward situation. He has no idea what's going on at the moment.
I don't watch the videos.
But basically, what we're doing is Shurik is missing.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna go look for him, but we don't know where to look. So we can either look in our house with our paper bag over our head.
Alright.
We can look in the forest. We can look at the bus stop, or we can go to the boathouse.
I'm gonna say either forest or boathouse.
Well, we did take a walk in the forest with Lena last episode.
So let's do boathouse.
Boathouse, alright. Maybe Shirk decided to put up stones near the water. In the worst case, I'll find his corpse.
Alright.
But I'm sure that it won't end up that way. I was crossing the square when somebody called out to me. Wait! I think you need to be given a character. Who will you be? Will you be our lovely ladies?
Sure.
Alright. Alisa came up and smiled. I immediately sensed a trap.
Where are you going?
I'm searching for Shurik. Olga asked me to.
And how is it? Exciting?
She looked intently into my eyes and turned away awkwardly. Not really. But you know, a pioneer is missing.
Surely you're not freaking out over such a minor thing.
What do you mean?
Only a few hours have passed. Maybe he just lost track of time while having a walk.
See, it's difficult, right?
Reading is hard.
Certainly I had had the same idea, but I wasn't telling her that. Yes, that's true. But who knows what could have happened?
Let me help you with that.
With what? I got suspicious.
Oh boy. With looking for Shurik.
Oh, but I can do it.
Oh, come on. Sassy face.
Yeah. She smiled at me, but there was something malevolent goodness in that smile. Naturally, her smile is cute enough, but it really seemed to me like there was something behind it. Well, if you insist. Since I could not understand what was on her mind, I had no real reason to refuse. But before... Oh gosh, that's you.
God. I have one job here. But before we go, I've got to get one thing from home.
Okay, I'll wait for you.
You're actually serious about just standing here? Let's go.
Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of awkward. I don't know if you realize that.
You are.
My character's very... Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the character?
Yeah.
I was talking about you.
Oh. We approached Alessa's cabin. It would be just like all other cabins, if not for the Jolly Roger on the door.
By the way, Uliana is my roommate.
Okay. We entered the cabin. The complete chaos inside reminded me of my old flat, though why I thought of it as old. In general, I would imagine a girl's room differently. Snow white sheets, walls, floor, and ceiling shining spotless. But that happens sometimes. But when you consider
we got some English
the two
going.
most exemplary pioneers just lived here, we just stood silent for some time. And what did you need to get?
Huh?
Seems like I interrupted Alyssa's thinking.
Yeah. It's not here, actually. Wait here. I'll be back in a minute.
She smiled and ran out. She seems really flaky today. I began to examine the room. I wouldn't say there had been an explosion. It was just a decent mess. Well, at least by looking at all this mess created in one Pioneer session, I can surely say that I am not the messiest person in the world. The decoration of my apartment took years to be completed. I wasn't thinking about anything in particular. I was just looking around the room. Posters of Soviet artists posters of Soviet artists, some books on the shelves, various household items. Then I realized that everything is wrong. Something will happen soon. Something bad. Why did Alisa leave me here all alone? There was something I had to discover. My gut told me that it's dangerous to stay here. I went to the door and tried to open it. Locked! What a surprise. How did she manage to quietly lock me in? Mike's dancing. I don't know what's on her mind, but I need to get out of here. I went to the window, opened it, and climbed out. Now I can go and take care of business, or I chose the second option and waited. What is the reason she had me locked up? I wanted to know what was happening. Plus, I really wanted to see Alisa's face when she finds her room empty. I hid in the bushes next to the house and waited.
She wanted you to be locked in the sexnasium.
Yeah. And I'm gonna hide in the bushes and watch her enter her... After some time, I heard footsteps. Alisa and Olga came to the house.
You'll see everything for yourself.
She opened the door and went in. A few seconds later, she ran back out.
You know,
Alisa's face looked as if she just won the mouse catching competition, but at the last moment found out that it's not a real Olympic sport. I guess I could be Olga.
I can do it if you want.
You'll be talking to yourself.
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright, go ahead.
Alright, I imagine Olga is a very butch lady.
No, actually. She's very sweet and kind.
So he just disappeared?
Oh gosh. Olga asked skeptically. I did the right thing by closing the window after myself.
Oh no, you know.
I understand everything, Deviskashla.
They call her, Tooch.
Tooch. Alright.
You and your roommate every time the same thing. Haven't you had enough yet?
But it's true.
Really? One story after another. Semyon in your cabin? Semyon harassing you? Why do you keep lying? That's horrible.
Oh, she was trying to get us caught. Alisa seemed really upset, and to my surprise, was not trying to argue. On the one hand, it was funny to look at, but on the other, I felt a bit sorry for Tooch. She hates being called that, by the way.
Oh, good.
That's why I like calling her that.
Yeah, she seems to deserve it.
She deserves it, though.
Oh, I see.
Oh, God. Our leader finally finished scolding her and left. Alisa was mad. She clenched her fist and trembled. Her face was flushed. It seemed to me that she was going to explode. I sat in the bushes and laughed quietly. However, I was wondering what was on her mind, and I came out of my hiding place, not afraid of being beaten. So what exactly did you want to show the leader? Me? Alisa turned and looked at me with disbelief. After a moment, surprise turned to anger.
You!
What about me? She calmed down a bit.
I want to get even with you.
She smirked. Meaning?
You lost the bet. So I wanted to show the camp leader how you're stalking me.
I wonder what wrong Olga could find in the situation, but let's move on. I see. Maybe I should apologize to you? I asked sarcastically.
Screw you.
Aw. She went in the house, slamming the door. I wasn't angry at Alisa. In the end, I'd expect her to do something like this. Anyway, I got through it without consequences. I was very lucky. Her confusion and embarrassment just made my day. Chuckling, I left Alisa's cabin, which was about to become my death trap.
Oh boy.
So no boathouse, I'm guessing. That wasn't even the...
So what did we accomplish there?
I think we were trying to go find Shirk at the boathouse, but we got stopped in the square. Got taken to her place.
So we've just totally
over
forgotten?
Here. I guess now we're going. You said forest, right?
Sure.
Alright, let's go look for Shirk at the... Why am I still at my place? It was obvious that Olga and her pioneers have already searched every nook and cranny of the camp, roamed the length and breadth of it, so probably it's not worth looking for Shirk in the canteen or the beach, or in the cybernetics club. It was his second home, or maybe even his first. Shirk's a nerd. Same with Electronik.
Okay. It's a high-tech camp.
Yeah. For being very old, yes.
Yeah.
Thus, it might not be worth looking around the surrounding forest. I hadn't planned to go far into the forest, otherwise it might be me who they'll be searching for tomorrow. I didn't really visit the countryside often. I just stayed in a country house every summer during my childhood. But that one was very close to the... What? I didn't say that. But in this camp, it was possible to find everything I hadn't seen for long. Overwhelming vegetation, singing birds, and fresh air. I found a meadow and sat on a stump. How peaceful this place is. But where in the world is Shurik? He could have been taken against his will. This camp is far from normal, so pioneer disappearances should not be all that strange. An intriguing possibility. Could it be the work of whichever force sent me here? Or is it just some separate local entity's doing? Lost in my own thoughts, I didn't notice how the grass before me started moving. I looked closely and saw a squirrel. It approached me carefully and stared at my hands, probably used to getting fed here. Sorry, friend, I don't have anything with me. Of course the squirrel could not understand me, and continued to just sit there waiting for treats. I felt sorry for it because I didn't have even a crumb of bread in my pocket. I realized that I'm even ashamed to look in its eyes and decided to move on. We felt bad for the squirrel.
Okay, that's normal.
Yeah. This guy's very philosophical.
Oh,
so
okay.
he likes all living things and whatnot.
Sweet.
Yeah. After some more wandering, I came to the wash stands. Turns out that he is not in the forest either. At least not in the surrounding area. And going farther is just frightening. I walked to the wash stands, took off my shirt, and tried to wipe myself down because I was all sweaty. However, it wasn't so easy. I won't be able to get to the wash bowl, and there isn't even a ladle. A ladle.
A ladle.
Ladle. Yeah. Anyway, suddenly I heard footsteps from behind. I turned around. Electronik was walking in my direction.
What's his personality?
He's kind of like a nerd, but he's like introducing you to the camp, and he's like, "Oh, hey, do you want to do stuff? Do you want to be my friend?"
Right.
Yeah.
And how's that name said? Shirk?
Electronik and Shurik.
Shurik. Right. Looking for Shurik?
Yes. You too?
Me too.
Listen, you know him better. Where could he have gone?
I don't have a clue.
He answered sadly. Well, I just don't understand why everyone has made such a fuss. During the night, wasn't he in the cabin with you? Then he can't have been gone for what? He can't have been gone for too long.
It's okay. Only dreams now.
Maybe he went for a walk?
You don't know Shurik,
said Electronik excitedly.
He's fantastically dedicated to his work. His life consists of robotics and cybernetics. People like him are 1 in a million. No, in a billion. His talents are boundless. I look up to him. He's a man of steel.
It hurts.
It's fine. No, simply triumphant.
At that moment, he looked like Hitler, making a speech in front of a crowd of thousands.
Alright.
Good job, Electronik. Even his gestures matched. There you go. We need to Photoshop his,
a little pencil mustache.
Yeah.
A toothbrush.
Okay, so what?
So what? You don't understand, do you?
You look so shocked. No.
He spent all of it, you see? Was he a 1940s gangster now? He spent all of it, you see? All of his free time in our club. All.
So disappearing just like that is unusual for him?
Of course.
Seems like Electronik calmed down. Okay. He looked at me intently.
Are you going to wash?
Not really. Just rinse off a little. It is hot.
Me too. Wait, what?
He's hot too.
He is.
We looked around. I wish there was a bucket or a ladle, something to get more water with.
Thank you for reading for me.
That was you. There you go.
I wish there was a bucket or a ladle, something to get more water with.
Yeah, I noticed already.
Then let's do this.
He walked behind washstands and pulled on one of the taps. To my surprise, its end turned up, and rather than pouring into the wash bowl, the water splashed up at almost 90 degrees. You could manage to wash yourself that way.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, look at his freaking lips.
Oh man, look at those pouty lips.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
Meanwhile, Electronik took off his shirt, then squatted, so it seemed like he pulled down his shorts.
Oh.
I couldn't really tell, because the washstand was behind, concealing him to his waist.
Oh yeah.
He directed the stream towards himself and started to sing something quietly.
Oh yeah. Let's clean my chimney sweep.
What?
This is amazing.
I stood astonished, not knowing what to do. He seemed to notice it.
I'll wash myself and then I'll let you use it.
What? Gotcha. Gosh, I got such a massive chill. Well, I just remembered that I have something to do. Gotta go. Out of all the eccentricities of Electronik, the moment I just saw was the weirdest one.
Hey, what's up with you? A cold shower on such a hot day is like the best thing ever.
No, that won't do. And anyway, I have to go.
This is not the game that you promised me.
The music.
I thought there would be girls doing that, not guys.
It's okay. Let's get further. I put on my shirt quickly and ran back into the forest. I wonder what's got into him. Yeah, he's really nerdy though. So that was shocking even for me. I went for lunch with mixed feelings, with a sense of accomplishment and with the realization of time wasted. The canteen was crowded. I couldn't stay unnoticed. Olga called me.
Simon, come with us.
Was
Simon?
Semyon?
Semyon? Yeah. Alright. The camp leaders, Slavia and Electronik, were sitting at the four-seat table. Oh, his lips are not pouty as they were before.
Oh, they're not as wet either.
I nodded and went to get my food. This time, I had to spend several minutes in the queue. Today's menu didn't really differ from the other day's menus. The dishes looked the same, at least. When I sat at the table and wished bon appetit to everyone, Olga said,
So what are you thinking?
About what?
We searched for Shiruk all around. It's noon and he's nowhere to be found.
I took a note of the rhyme, but didn't want to point it out. Are you Yugoslavia? Oh yeah, she's like the Olga lady's second-hand man or woman, and so she kind of like helps run the place. But like she's our favorite person right now, basically. She likes us. She's entertained by us.
Okay, she looks like Tina from DOA, so I'm gonna give her a Western accent.
Okay.
We looked all over the camp.
Okay.
I went all around I went to neighboring forests.
Olga looked at me, and I helped too.
We must call the police.
Maybe we should wait until the evening? I asked lazily. Maybe we went home, or maybe he went home.
That can't be. Shiruk lives thousands of miles away.
By train?
The nearest station
She paused.
is far off.
Now it was getting interesting. Every time the conversation reached the point concerning ways I could leave Savyanik, all the camp inhabitants started changing the subject. Savyanik is the camp we're staying in.
Right.
How far is far?
Really far.
The camp leader looked at me, indicating with her expression that asking more questions was not advised.
So we should go deeper into the forest. Maybe he got lost. Shiruk always takes a compass.
Chimed in Electronik. I wonder what else could be found in his magic vest, assuming he has one. If I were to get lost in the forest, a compass would be of no real use.
Police! We should call the police in the evening.
Not right now, at least. Okay, so you'll do it later. They were all silent. We should be able to find him before evening. We still have time.
If he actually got lost, we have no time to lose.
We cannot be sure.
Then where is he?
Where is he? Where?
You and your freaking... There's some time to the camp leaders. There's some truth to the camp leader's words. Hiding the whole day just like that is suspicious. Why would he do that? Shurik seemed to me to be quite a serious pioneer. Uliana would have been a better fit for this behavior. So there is a good reason to believe that he was gone. All that can be done has already been done. We'll just have to wait. Slavia, Electronik, and Olga looked at me sorrowfully, but didn't say a word. And if you notice, I keep saying Olga because I do not know how to do that. I would just say Dmitrievna or something.
That's probably wrong.
I know. So she's just Olga. I finished my lunch, took the tray back, and left the canteen. It's still the first half of the day. What now? The camp was drifting off for an afternoon... wait, what? The camp was drifting off for an afternoon nap?
Yeah.
Okay.
The air of sleepiness was among.
Alright. And I don't know whether that's Genda or Jenda, but I don't know. Only Genda stared at me through his glasses. That's Genda.
Alright, okay.
Of course, he was staring somewhere else, but I had a feeling that he was constantly watching me. I bet he knows where Shurik is hiding. He just can't say anything. The disappearance of the Cybernetics Club leader made me think. Maybe it's got something to do with my case.
Pioneer.
I don't know what's up with her, but she wants to examine us, and we don't want her to examine us.
Why would we not?
She's a little, pushy.
And is that a bad thing? Look at her.
I don't know. But look.
What?
She has the two colored eyes.
Oh, she has monochronomia?
Yeah.
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 Hot.
The nurse stood in front of me. I looked at her curiously.
Go and take my place in the infirmary. I have an urgent call. Somebody's injured.
Me?
Yes, you. Take the keys.
The nurse threw me the keys and ran away. Why me? Isn't there anyone else in the camp? What exactly should I be doing? What if something happens? Oh, what to do? Or what do I do now? I miss my chance to refuse. I stood in front of the door with uncertainty. On the one hand, there's nothing to worry about. I'll spend half an hour or so here, and then she'll be back. But what if someone comes for actual help? With a broken leg or a head injury, I began to worry too much. I hope that there are no injuries more serious than bruises and scratches in this camp. But at the same time, I could not shake the idea that in this serious situation, I would be absolutely useless. I don't even know how to perform CPR. A magazine on the nurse's table caught my attention. A good way to relax, I guess. This is labeled Soviet Fashion. The publication date or month were absent. However, this was not a surprise. There were much stranger things happening here. I didn't know much about Soviet magazines. Maybe they actually didn't have a publication. Maybe they didn't actually have publication dates on them. Models dressed in old-fashioned clothes stared at me from the glossy pages. Nowadays, nobody would wear such clothes. I smirked. I wonder if Slavia, for example, considered this fashionable. I can only imagine what would happen if she appeared in my time wearing something like this. Imagine we were walking in hand. I'm wearing my coat with a hood, and she's dressed in a lavish dress covered with lace and things. Seems like I'm already imagining Slavia in my world, with me, and not only Slavia. This dress better suits Uliana. This cute Sarafan, right? I don't know. Would look good on Alisa. This skirt and cardigan would look nice on Lena. If only they could be real. No, I saw them, heard them, could even touch them. But still, they are here, and I simply don't belong in this place. It's alien to me. I'm just waiting for a chance to get out of here. Waiting because nothing is up to me anymore. I sighed and put my head on the table and fell asleep. I was awoken by the noise of the door opening. Lena stood at the door. Oh, she's, as you might already know, the shy one.
Okay.
She's very shy and awkward.
The nurse isn't here? I'll come back later.
I'm substituting for her. Since I am responsible for pioneers' lives, I should do it with the full responsibility. Although, in fact, I was just afraid of something bad happening because of me. Any health complaints? I tried to give Lena the most professional smile I could in order not to confuse her.
Nothing special. Just a little headache.
Let's do this. Some painkillers, maybe. Of course, I wasn't aware where to find required medicines, so it took me a while to find them. Finally, I hand a metamizole.
Perfect.
Metamizole. Yeah, metamizole. Yeah, right? Alright, metamizole tablet to Lena.
Thanks.
She smiled. That was completely unexpected, and I lost touch with reality staring at her.
What?
Lena turned awkward in an instant. Listen, I've been wondering, do you like this? I don't know what got into me, but I grabbed that magazine from the table and showed her that picture of a skirt and cardigan, which would actually suit Lena in my opinion. Maybe I went completely nuts thinking about all the girls being in my world. Or maybe I wanted to distract myself instead of just waiting for the nurse to come back. Lena looked at the picture.
Yeah, I guess.
Is stuff like this in fashion?
I guess.
She got confused and started blushing.
Why do you ask?
Really? Why?
Oh, I think you look gorgeous in it.
Okay.
Thank you?
It's alright, I'm just being completely honest. We were quiet for some time. How is your headache?
Much better, thank you.
Those are some fast-working freaking painkillers.
Yeah.
She smiled.
I'll be off.
Good luck.
She sprints out the door.
Lena went out, and I continued to look through the magazine. Oh no, somebody's knocking at the door.
Who could it be?
I don't know, but we'll find out in the next episode.
What?
Bye!